Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. Today's video, I'm doing my updated top 10 for life video. Not only am I doing a top 10 for life, but I'm also ranking them because I just do those kinds of things to myself. Apparently, I like to torture myself and make life super difficult because this was very, very difficult. These are just some of my all-time favorite fragrances, and then having to choose between them, that was rough, okay? But I thought it would be fun for you guys, so I went ahead and did it. Now, some of these are familiars. You've seen them in other top 10 for life videos. They haven't changed, but some are new. Some fragrances got pushed out and some of them are new. Now my tastes change and my preferences change, and of course this is just my top 10 for life right now. But right now, at this very moment, if you were to say to me, Jackie, you can only keep 10 perfumes out of your entire collection, that's it. Pick out 10 and I'm taking all the rest of them away from you. Which I would fight you for that. I would pick out these fragrances as the ones that are my current top 10. If you're interested in seeing what they are, then just keep on watching. All right, so like I mentioned, these are ranked. So let's just get into it. So in the number 10 spot, so I'm gonna start with my number 10 and go all the way up to my number 1 perfume in my collection. In the number 10 spot, we have by Initio, and this is Musk Therapy. Now this is new to my top 10 for life, I believe. This has recently been put into top 10 for life status. When I first got this fragrance, I really loved it, but I didn't think of it as a top 10 for life. Actually, when I first tried this fragrance, I had a sample of it, and I remember thinking to myself, what is all the hype about? You know what I mean? What's all the hype about? Everybody talks about how amazing this fragrance is, and I have to tell you, the more I wear it, the more I get it. The more I completely understand why this is such a loved fragrance. There's something about this perfume that is so simple, but so incredibly beautiful at the same time, and I love wearing this perfume. If I don't know what to wear, this is the perfume for me. This would be, I think this would be my signature scent. I know I've said other perfumes were my signature scent at one point, but right now, at this moment in time, if I had to pick a signature scent, this would be it. This fits for any time, any place, any situation. I get good performance out of it. I can smell it on me throughout the day, but it's not like super loud and in your face. But it's kind of one of those sneaky perfumes, you know what I mean? It's not like in your face, but it stays. It stays with you and you get a nice scent bubble around you. And it has the kind of musk that I really, really love. It's a very clean, smooth, addicting, inviting musk. I just love it. There's a little bit of a fruitiness to this at the opening. There's some citruses, I believe. I think there's some bergamot, maybe some orange. I think there's black currant in here. Definitely lots and lots of very feminine energy, clean musk. And then there's sandalwood in here as well that I do pick up on. This went from I don't understand what all the hype is about to, oh wow, okay, yeah, that is really good. I do think I want a full bottle to, oh my gosh, I cannot be without this perfume. I absolutely have to have it. And that's just how it goes sometimes. So this is by Initio Musk Therapy. Okay, another perfume that I didn't even have on my radar because everybody said it smelled like Bacchus Rouge 540 and I wasn't interested because I'm not the biggest fan of that fragrance. I was way late to the game with this perfume. Finally tried it at a Saks Fifth Avenue and I knew I had to absolutely have this fragrance. This is by Bond Number 9 and this is Greenwich Village. This has really just become a staple for me. I have to have this perfume. It is not an option. It is so fantastic in every way, shape, and form. This smells amazing and the performance is just phenomenal. I can smell this on me all day long with the most gorgeous scent trail. This is a compliment getting fragrance. It smells sweet, but not too sweet. It's musky. It's the kind of musk that I like. Again, a clean, feminine energy musk. So there's lychee, cassis, and mandarin orange in the opening. So I definitely get a fruity kind of feel to the opening of this, but it's fresh. It's not overly fruity. It's a fresh kind of fruity feel. There's water lily, peony, and jasmine in here, and I definitely pick up that watery feel to the fragrance. There's like a watery, floral, fresh, kind of aquatic feeling vibe to this fragrance mixed with the fruits. It's beautiful. It's very feminine. It's addicting and, like I said, a compliment getter. There's ambroxan, praline, musk, clean musk, and the praline helps to make it sweet, but it's not overly sweet. And then there's vanilla and oak moss in the base. I don't really pick up oak moss, but I definitely get that on Broxton. I definitely get the praline, the musk, and the vanilla. I love it. This was love at first sniff. When I smelled it at the Saks Fifth Avenue counter, you could have picked my jaw up off the floor, because I don't think this smells like Bacchus Ocean 540 at all. To me, this is much more fresh, floral, aquatic smelling. Anyway, I love it so, so much. Can't be without it. And I know so many people talk about the Bond No. 9 bottles. I always have to mention it because it's so funny to me. My husband thinks this is the tackiest bottle I have. I think he thinks it's the ugliest one. Is that true? I think so. He really dislikes this bottle, but I think it's cute. I think it's adorable. I like it, but there are so many people who don't like these bottles. I like it. I like the color of this bottle. But anyway, more than that, I love the scent. So in the number 9 spot, we have by Bond No. 9, Greenwich Village. I do have to tell you guys, there are no designer fragrances in here. And that's not because I'm trying to be a snob, okay? I'm not being a snob. I just like what I like, and that's it. These are my top 10. These are my personal top 10. If you were to say I could only have 10 fragrances in my entire collection, these are honestly the ones that I would pick right now, and I can't pretend like I would pick something else and pull out a couple more affordable fragrances just to, you know, have some other options. I'm not going to do that. That would be a lie. I'm not going to lie to you guys. These are truly my top 10. So unfortunately, there are no designers in here. Maybe I'll do a top 10 for life designer fragrance video. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the description box. I will definitely be more than happy to do that for you. But these are my true top 10, and they do all happen to be niche. Sorry. Okay, moving on to my number what am I on? 8. Number 8 spot. Numbers are hard apparently. Okay, so in the number 8 spot, which this was very difficult to put in the number 8, but keep in mind these are my top 10. So every fragrance I've picked out, even in the number 10 spot, is phenomenal to me. But this is weird putting it in the number 8 spot, but here we are. This is by Parfums de Marly Delina Exclusif. This has been in my top 10 since I started my channel. I'm pretty sure this has made my top 10 every single time. I just can't. I can't not have it in here. It's just one of my favorite fragrances ever. And this was my first niche perfume I ever bought. And I remember being like, whoa, just blown away. You know what I mean? This started the whole niche rabbit hole for me, and I have not looked back. And I still feel that way every time I smell it. It's so beautiful, and it's very good performance. I'm not going to talk about this one too much just because I think we all know at this point about Delina, Delina Exclusif, Delina La Rose, the Delinas, okay? We know about the Delinas. Delina Exclusif is my favorite. This is a slightly sweeter, much creamier version without that sharp, harsh rhubarb note that I don't personally care for in the original. It dries down pretty powdery, lots and lots of rose and lychee. Just a phenomenal scent with beast mode performance. So this is by Parfums de Marly Delina Exclusif. All right, number 7. Oh, what did I put in the 7th spot? Hold on. Ooh, I don't know if this. I'm wondering if I ranked these incorrectly because I'm looking at these and I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna go with my initial gut feeling, but in the number 7 spot. And this is a perfume I haven't had very long, so if this tells you anything, the fact that this made it in my top 10 is kind of impressive. This perfume has really captured my heart and pretty much has me in a chokehold at the moment. This is by Mind Games, and this is French Defense. I love this fragrance, you guys. This is my favorite cherry fragrance in my collection, and this is not like every other cherry fragrance out there. This is a different take on cherry. This is a very warm, ambery, rich black cherry that to my nose almost has this like boozy feel to it. There are no boozy notes listed in here, but I swear I get like a boozy feel to this fragrance, and this is so good. I got this for my birthday this year in April, so I've only had it since April. It's only been a few months, but man, has this skyrocketed up to the top. And that's why it's in here. I've worn it several times. I actually wore this to my closing for my house. I just bought a house, and I had to have a perfume that was special. It couldn't just be any old perfume, and I chose this as my closing perfume, and it's so good. This I get really decent performance out of. It's not beast mode, but it definitely is a scent that I smell in me for a good portion of the day, and I'd say at least 7 hours with a really moderate, beautiful scent bubble, and it's fantastic. So if you like dark, rich, ambery, cherry fragrances with a woody dry down, definitely get your nose on this one. It is beautiful, and it's done in such a way that it smells expensive. It smells luxurious. It smells like the price tag. I mean, I don't always say that with every fragrance. Just because a fragrance is expensive doesn't mean it's, you know, luxurious or better than other fragrances, but this one really does have something to it that says, wow, that smells high quality. You know what I mean? It smells top shelf. And I really like these bottles too. These chest piece bottles are super aesthetically pleasing to me, and I freaking love this perfume so much. So this is by Mind Games French Defense. By the way, I just want to point this out real quick. Every single perfume that I have here to tell you today, I purchased with my own money. There are no fragrances in here that I got in PR, which it wouldn't really matter, because I'm going to tell you guys the truth. Whether I get a fragrance in PR or buy it myself, you know, if I happen to have one I got in PR as a top 10, I would have put it in here. But just so you know, I have purchased every single one of these fragrances with my own money. In the number 6 spot, we have by the House of K.I.S.I.N.G, this is Unknown Pleasures. This is my favorite gourmand perfume in my collection. This is a lemon, sweet, realistic foodie gourmand. So I will tell you, if you do not like photorealistic foodie gourmands, I don't think you're gonna like this. This is sweet and it's delicious, and you've really got to be into lemon gourmand scents to like this, because this is definitely a lemon gourmand. It is the best lemon gourmand I have ever smelled. I really am a big fan of lemon gourmands are my jam, but this is my favorite. This is the king of the lemon gourmands, and this is just so delicious. There's lots and lots of lemon, lots of caramel, like sticky, sweet, delicious caramel, lots of vanilla. But just when you think it's going to be too sweet, there's an Earl Grey tea note in here that tones it down. So I really like that about this fragrance. I think without that Earl Grey tea note, this would be too much. I was really scared of the tea note just because I'm not always the biggest fan of tea in my perfumes, but in here it really is necessary for sure to keep it from being too much. It's just done to perfection. One of the things I don't like about some of my other lemon gourmands is that the lemon is there in the beginning, but then it fades and it just kind of turns into a vanilla at the end. This is lemon, vanilla, caramel, yummy, delicious gourmand through the entire wear of the fragrance. The lemon stays through the entire wear, and the performance is fantastic. This will take you through your entire day, and it is strong enough to cut through the cold for sure. This is definitely a fall winter fragrance for me, but oh my gosh, I adore this scent. Best lemon gourmand perfume, period, in my opinion. So that is by the House of K.I.S.I.N.G, Unknown Pleasures. All right, up next, this one's new to my top 10 for life, and it's new to me. Well, somewhat new. I've had it for several months now, but it is not new to the market, okay? You guys have all heard about this fragrance. This is not going to be a new perfume you've never heard of, but this is by MFK, and this is Gentle Fluidity Gold. So for the longest time, I didn't buy a bottle of this because I had a dupe of it by Juliana's Perfumes called Liquid Gold, and the dupe was really fantastic. And so I told myself that I didn't need the original. I already had this dupe that I really liked, and that was fine. However, I tried the original in store and realized that as great as the original, or as great as the dupe is, I wanted the original. Now, I will tell you the dupe is pretty darn close, and I will admit that in the air you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So if you do not want to spend the money on this, Juliana's Perfumes Liquid Gold is a very, very good dupe. I highly recommend. But I did decide in the end that I do really want the original, and I just love this so much. I love it so much. It is such a gorgeous vanilla scent. It has juniper berries in it. The juniper berries kind of smell like rose to me, but not really. It's like a fruity, sweet berry slash rose hybrid smell that I really find quite amazing and quite addicting, with all of this just absolute beautiful vanilla. This is so good. Really amazing performance. Very feminine, very elegant, very sophisticated, very easy to wear. Anytime, any place, anywhere I could wear this fragrance and it would fit. You can dress it down, dress it up. It just smells amazing. It's a compliment getter, and this is a popular, hyped up perfume for a reason. It is amazing. I love it. So this is by MFK Gentle Fluidity Gold. Okay, up next we have a perfume that I have not been able to stop talking about since I got it. I know you guys are sick of me talking about this perfume, but it has to be in here because I love it, love it, love it. This is by Simone Andreoli, Leisure in Paradise. This is my favorite, hands down, summertime perfume in my entire collection. This is so, so good. I'm a huge fan of pineapple. So this is my favorite pineapple scent I've ever smelled. It's not just pineapple though, there's also papaya. So it's pineapple and papaya. It's very juicy, tropical, sweet fruit. This perfume actually moves me like emotionally every time I smell it. I'm just like obsessed. Obsessed. You know what? I'm just obsessed with this perfume. I don't know what to tell you. I'm obsessed with it. It is so fantastic. Lots of vanilla, some woody notes, a little bit of coconut, which I do pick up on a tiny, tiny bit, but that is not the star of the show. So if you're not a coconut fan, don't let that scare you away. But if you want a juicy, tropical, sweet, fruity fragrance, you just got to get your nose on this. All right, of course, I had to have this one in my collection. You guys know I love this. This is my favorite vanilla in my entire collection. It's been my favorite vanilla since I've purchased it, and it has not been defeated. It has not been dethroned. It is still my favorite vanilla. This is by the House of Guerlain, Spiritueuse Double Vanille, and yeah, still my favorite vanilla. I talk about this one a lot. You guys know how much I love it. It's a boozy, woody vanilla that smells very luxurious, very elegant, very sophisticated. It's not a gourmand vanilla. It's not a cupcakey vanilla. It's so formal and luxurious smelling. It's a grown-up woody vanilla with lots of rum. Now, I love gourmands, don't get me wrong. I love a good gourmand vanilla fragrance. I love a cupcake vanilla. I'm into it. But if you're not, this is a good one to get your nose on. If you want a vanilla that is more refined, more classy smelling, definitely get your nose on this one. I've told you guys this a bazillion times, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's absolutely true that no one does vanillas like the House of Guerlain, and that is so absolutely true in my opinion, and this one is so far my favorite out of all of them. Angelique Noir was a very, very close contender to put in here. Between this fragrance and Angelique Noir, I mean, I love Angelique Noir, so picking between the two was kind of difficult, but in the end, this one wins. All right, these last two are not any different from previous top 10 for life videos that I've done in the past. These are still the same. No one is going to be surprised by these. They've been number 2 and number 1 for a while now, I think. But hey, you know what? Let's just talk about them. In case you're new to my channel and you don't know, here we go. In the number 2 spot, we have by the House of Argos. This is Triumph of Bacchus. And this is what started my absolute love affair with the House of Argos. I purchased this one. I had several samples of it that I used up and was like, whoa. I mean, I kept wearing the samples and thinking I have to have this fragrance, and then I got this bottle, and this is a blow my mind perfume for me. It still blows my mind when I smell it. I get so much joy out of this perfume. It is so good. To me, this is a masterpiece perfume. The artistic feel of this fragrance, the artistic vibe of this fragrance is definitely there for me. Now, you know what? Art is subjective. You know what I mean? It's very subjective. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and not everybody is going to agree that this is a masterpiece perfume. I've heard some people say that this is an overhyped fragrance and it's not as good as people make it out to be, which is fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but for me, this is a masterpiece, phenomenal fragrance. It is the best tobacco fragrance I have ever smelled to this day. I absolutely adore it. I don't know what to tell you. It's still in the number 2 spot and I love it. So it has green apple in here, which I really love. It has a ton of notes. I'm not going to go through all the notes, but I'm a big fan of apple and I do pick that up in here. It's got a fruitiness and just the best tobacco. It's just literally, if you love tobacco scents, you need to get your nose on this. This smells so, so good to me. Now, I really only wear this in the fall and winter, and the performance of this is amazing. So if I overspray this fragrance, I have done that before, and that was a huge mistake. Overspraying this fragrance made me like, oh no. It was too much. It choked me out. So the key to this fragrance is not to overspray. So I only do like 3 or 4 sprays, and I get all day wear from this fragrance. It is strong and it is so good. I love the bottle too. The bottles of Argos perfumes are so artistic and beautiful, and yeah, this is still in the number 2 spot. So definitely check it out if you love tobacco fragrances. This is by the House of Argos, Triumph of Bacchus. All right guys, don't click out just because you already know what my number 1 perfume is, okay? You guys know, everybody knows. If you've been watching my channel, you know, okay? This has been my favorite perfume for an eternity now. I can't remember when this hasn't been the number 1, and it still is the number 1. At least I'm consistent. I don't know what it is about this perfume or why I can't seem to find another perfume that makes me feel the way that this perfume feels. But in the number 1 spot is by Kilian Angel Share. So I'll be quick about this one because I talk about it so much. This is a boozy, warm cinnamon apple pie with oak in the base that is just done to perfection in my opinion. It is the most holiday smelling perfume I've ever smelled. It makes me feel like I'm coming home for the holidays, and nothing lifts my mood like this fragrance. And my husband loves this fragrance too because he knows I only wear this perfume when I am in a good mood, and he said that this reminds him of Happy Jackie. There's got to be something directly in the juice of this fragrance that mixes with my brain chemistry that releases all of the like happy serotonin. The performance of this is outstanding on me. This lasts me all day, and I really only wear it during the holidays though. November, December, sometimes January. It's got to be cold outside. It's got to be a holiday feeling situation. But even when it's not, when I'm not wearing this fragrance, I will go over to it and just sniff it. If I need a mood boost, I will just sniff this fragrance because it is an instant mood booster for me. I absolutely cannot be without this fragrance. This is by Kilian Angel Share. All right, you guys, those are my top 10 updated fragrances for life. And I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comment section, what's your favorite perfume in your collection? Or maybe give me your top 3. Give me your top 10 if you want. That's fine. Top 10, top 5, top 3, top 2, whatever you want to do. But give me your favorite fragrances. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so, so much for watching. And if you like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.